Buckle up and get ready for a wild ride. On January 11, 1908, President Theodore Roosevelt dropped a bombshell by declaring the Grand Canyon an official national park. But what he publicly stated about stopping timber and mining operations was only half the story. The real scoop's been hiding in plain sight for over a century, and we're about to spill the beans. As soon as this stunning landscape got its monument status, it went from total obscurity to must-see destination overnight. To balance freedom with preservation, certain areas were closed off, signaling a shift from wild exploration to carefully guided adventures that would safeguard the Grand Canyon's delicate environment. Just as these changes were taking shape, adventurous explorers made a last-ditch attempt to experience this natural wonder before it was too late. Let's dive into the story of G.E. Kincaid, one of the thrill-seekers who dared to take on Mother Nature in the Grand Canyon. Backed by his keen sense of adventure, Kincaid embarked on a heart-pumping journey down the Colorado River. He was on a quest for treasure. Gold, silver, and copper were calling his name, but little did he know that this expedition would be about much more than riches. As they navigated through the less explored regions of the canyon, Kincaid's eyes landed on something truly remarkable: mysterious stains within the sediment formations, around 40 miles upstream. What could these enigmatic markings possibly represent? Kincaid's curiosity got the best of him as he ditched his boat and started exploring these stains up close on foot. What unfolded next is truly mind-boggling. A series of intricately carved stone steps, perfectly crafted into the sandstone wall, leading all the way to a high ledge on the canyon's side. This was not what Kincaid had signed up for. He was expecting treasures or breathtaking views, but not human-made structures in this supposedly untouched part of the world. The mysterious staircase beckoned him, and he just couldn't resist following it. As the steps led him to a hand-hewn entrance, Kincaid's heart must have been racing on. He had stumbled upon something monumental, and his instincts told him that uncovering its secrets would be an experience he'd never forget. As Kincaid stepped deeper into the cave, his flashlight became his only lifeline against the darkness, casting an eerie glow on everything around him. But what awaited him beyond the beam of light took things to a whole new level. Walls, covered in bizarre hieroglyphics that looked like they belonged in ancient Egyptian tombs, not hidden deep within the Grand Canyon. The mind-boggling part: ancient Egypt is thousands of miles away from here. So, how on earth did these symbols end up here? We're about to dive into the mystery and explore the questions that'll leave you speechless. Kincaid's flashlight danced across the walls as the tunnel burst open into a staggering underground metropolis. Towering rooms unfolded before him, some stretching 30 by 40 feet, with ceilings curving like an arch towards a central point and secret passageways branching off like veins from the main artery. But what truly left him awestruck were those massive walls, 3 feet and 6 inches thick, a testament to engineering prowess that's hard to fathom in this desolate corner of the Grand Canyon. And we're not even scratching the surface yet, as more jaw-dropping secrets wait just around the next corner. Granaries stacked high with seeds spilled out onto the floor, revealing the secrets of a highly organized and innovative agricultural system, a true marvel for its time. Scattered throughout were kitchen areas and a grand dining hall, painting a vivid picture of a thriving community that once called this underground city home. And then there's the incredible array of artifacts, showcasing the ingenuity of those who came before us copper tools, an advanced technology not usually linked to this area, hinting at a more complex history than we could have ever imagined. Who were these skilled craftsmen, and how did they bring such sophistication to this hidden corner of the earth? But here's the real kicker. What were these game-changing tools actually used for? The more he dug, the more questions piled up. It was like unraveling a complex puzzle, and just when he thought it couldn't get weirder, boom. Kincaid realized the sheer magnitude of this underground marvel and the weight of its untold stories. He dubbed this enigmatic place the Citadel, but knew he needed a team of rock stars to help him crack the code. So, he reached out to the Smithsonian, sending over his mind-blowing finds and detailed notes, catching their attention big time. Before he knew it, Professor S.A. Jordan and 40 experts were on board, bringing their A-game to unravel the secrets hidden within these ancient walls. Together, they'd turn every corner, piecing together a lost chapter of history that would leave us all speechless. As they ventured deeper into the Citadel, A monumental discovery awaited them, a colossal statue that seemed to channel Buddha's serene vibe, sparking intense curiosity about its spiritual roots. The resemblance was uncanny, making Kincaid and his team wonder if this ancient marvel had ties to Tibet, a connection that would take them on an unexpected journey across continents. But that was just the beginning. As they stepped into the cross hall, their jaws dropped. The sheer scale of this 100-foot-long room left everyone stunned. The sight before them, row upon row of mummies, each one uniquely dressed, with copper cups and broken swords, placed neatly on small benches at their heads. Some had an extra layer of protection clay or bark fabric wrapped around them, while their urns and cups were adorned with intricate designs that begged to be deciphered. The team's excitement was building, but it was about to get even more thrilling as they uncovered a mind-blowing detail that would shatter all their initial assumptions. The team's detective work paid off as they discovered an intriguing pattern. Every single mummy in the cross hall was male, with no females or children in sight. This surprising find led Kinky to hypothesize that this space might have served a specific purpose. Perhaps it was a warrior's hangout or an exclusive men-only zone. But as they explored further, they stumbled upon remnants of everyday life. The Citadel was once home to a vibrant metropolis teeming with activity. The team found evidence of a bustling community, but amidst all these revelations, one question loomed large. Who were these people, and what ultimately led to their disappearance? As theories about the Citadel's origins started pouring in, they often clashed, leaving Kinky and his team with more questions than answers, fueling their determination to unravel the mysteries hidden within this ancient wonder. As they dug deeper, one thing became crystal clear. The civilization behind this underground masterpiece was light years ahead of the local tribes in terms of tech and innovation. It wasn't just some small-town achievement. The evidence suggested that these ancient folks might have actually migrated from far-off lands like Egypt or Asia, defying conventional history by centuries. Kinky and Professor Jordan were stoked to share their findings with the world and packed up a treasure trove of artifacts and research notes to send back to the Smithsonian Institute. But just as they thought they were hitting their stride, the Smithsonian dropped a bombshell. They denied Kinky and Professor Jordan's request for more resources and a bigger team. The investigation was suddenly put on ice, leaving Kinky and his team wondering if they'd have to shelve their groundbreaking discovery forever. But wait, it gets even weirder. Kinky and Professor Jordan just disappeared into thin air, along with their teams. Some left on their own, others passed away under mysterious circumstances, and a bunch more vanished without warning. The remaining crew kept mum, maybe because they were scared for their lives or worried about getting in trouble for uncovering secrets that weren't meant to be found. And then, the government swooped in like superheroes, sealing off the entire area around the cave with barbed wire and no trespassing signs. Now, you need special permission just to step foot near the place, and it's all shrouded in a thick layer of government secrecy, leaving us wondering what exactly went down in that underground citadel. So, the government secrecy only fueled the fire of wild rumors and legends about this mysterious place. But here's the thing, the Grand Canyon has been super important to Native American tribes for centuries, like the Hopi, Zuni, Navajo, and Apache. In Hopi mythology, they believe that the Grand Canyon is actually where the very first beings emerged into our world. But get this? Not as humans, but as lizard people who eventually transformed into us. It's a totally different story from how we learned about human evolution in school, right? But here's what's really cool. This legend isn't just some old myth. It's part of their cultural heritage that's been passed down through generations and still holds strong meaning for these communities today. Now, you might think these legends are just far-out tales, but for some cultures, they're more than just stories. They've got what they believe is proof from their elders to back them up. And let me tell you, many people have tried to uncover this so-called citadel and prove its existence once and for all. One duo, Jerry Wills and his wife Kathy, were determined to be the ones to crack the case. As they explored the restricted zone, they found themselves under constant surveillance by an unmarked aircraft talk about being watched. The authorities' eagle eyes only added to the enigma of this place. While trying to shake off their shadowy observers, Jerry's team stumbled upon a hidden ventilation tunnel that could potentially lead straight to the Citadel, and things were about to get even more interesting. As Jerry's team made their way deeper into the tunnel, they hit a roadblock, literally. They found themselves up against cement blocks and some seriously weird mountaineering gear. Something just didn't add up here. The team is convinced that this canyon holds some massive secrets, and they're certain the government knows what's really going on. But here's where things get wild-eyed. They're not talking about your run-of-the-mill conspiracy theories. They think there's proof of aliens. They believe our extraterrestrial friends might have guided humans to build a seriously advanced city. But if that's true, why are there tons of clues pointing to human existence, yet nothing concrete about aliens? Did it really happen, or did something go down and wipe out all the evidence? The mystery just got a whole lot deeper. Now, let's take a step back and look at the Grand Canyon itself, a massive rock formation that's hiding some serious secrets. Check out this mind-blowing geological phenomenon called the Great Unconformity. It's basically a big gap in Earth's history, visible as a distinct boundary between two sets of rock layers. This major time jump spans hundreds of millions of years, during which a huge chunk of our planet's past seems to be missing from the record books. At the canyon's base, you'll find ancient rocks that are seriously old. We're talking billions of years. These rocks have been squeezed and heated to extreme levels, resulting in some gnarly metamorphic and igneous formations. But then, as you move upwards, you hit a clear boundary, the Great Unconformity. Above this point, you'll see sedimentary rock layers that took millions of years to build up through natural processes like ancient seas and rivers slowly depositing their layers over time. It's like the Grand Canyon is telling us two completely different stories, with a major plot twist in between. So, as we explore these rock layers, they paint an incredible picture of how our planet's environments have changed over billions of years, and the amazing progression of life that's happened along the way. But here's the thing. That gap we talked about earlier. It's still there, and it's got us wondering, what might be hiding in those missing millions of years? Maybe you've got some wild theories, like maybe a